Okay, we are at the Lekker boys. We are at the Stanton Brew, having a Southern Cross.
Southern Cross and a blonde kop.
Is that a blonde?
That's a blonde kop.
Yeah.
That's a Southern Cross.
Hopefully, you'll be able to get this in restaurants and stuff soon.
But we're working on it. One and I.
Yeah, we're in collaboration. Maybe I'll add a link or something.
Please.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
big brother.
Big brother. And you too. Help me.
I will.
Help me
I'll
to help
put it in
you. Okay, so a few interesting games this week. We want to talk about that before we talk about the Springboks Italy. We mentioned that Ireland didn't manage to get a big victory as we expected against Russia.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game. Did you watch it?
Yeah, bits of it, but it didn't look as sharp. They looked uninventive.
It's flat.
Maybe it's the real island.
Maybe
again from previous World Cups.
the real
Yeah.
Ireland, please stand up.
Maybe that's just how they are, you know?
Yeah.
One-dimensional. They don't try,
Very one-dimensional.
except for cross kicks. They don't try a lot of. One of the early games, I think it was against Scotland, they had 2 offloads in the entire game,
Yeah.
which is you have to be able to release the ball in contact to score breakaway tries. I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just man versus man. It's just pass versus pass.
But funny enough, against Japan, they had like a higher than usual amount of offloads.
Yeah.
And then the journalists were asking them, so we were trying to like a more expansive game plan
Yeah.
against like Japan, who's not a bad team.
Yeah.
And then it didn't work out, so perhaps they're a bit afraid now.
Maybe they should go back
They're going
to.
back into their shell.
Yeah. You're not going to get big victories. You'll beat teams, but you won't get massive scores if you don't try a few
Yeah,
fancy
it's like
things.
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's how we play. Isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, and then New Zealand beat Canada by a long way.
Yeah,
A
but
bit of a
less-
fumble
Less,
by.
yeah, but less than what we thought they were.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
in the beginning it looked like it was going to be like 100 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was a similar sort of result that
Yeah.
we put against Namibia.
Yeah. And we must say that the conditions do play a part.
It seems to be quite difficult, very slippery, humid.
Yeah.
Once you start sweating, everything becomes
Sexy.
Then there was Australia, Uruguay, which I also thought, I said they were going to win by 59 points and it ended up being 35
It's
points.
close.
Lots of mistakes.
yeah.
Nice forwards try from Uruguay. That's
Yeah.
like super passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad-
Actually nice
I'm
to
glad
see
actually
Uruguay
not
compete.
to score,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but Australia,
Not looking. Their defense doesn't look good. They're missing a lot of
yeah,
players.
yeah. And
It's across the
it's not
fence.
flowing. No. Okay, and then this morning, another game was Wales, Argentina, which we all looked forward to a lot. England, Argentina, sorry. And I thought it was going to be a close game. In the first couple of minutes, I thought Argentina was really going to be in it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there was a red card.
The red card.
Guido Petti, they said that he's been the most carded Argentinian player of all time.
But he's very dirty.
Yeah, 2 red cards and like 5 yellow cards in his career.
But he's like a good player. He doesn't
Very
need
good
to
player.
do that. Like, as much as I don't like him that much when he plays against us, I feel like he's a good enough player that he doesn't need to do that stuff.
But it
like
brings-
Bucky's never had to headbutt people.
But considering the red card, Argentina didn't actually do too badly.
No.
Yeah.
But that, I think, effectively ended their tournament.
Yeah.
That brings up the whole point of if it's a red card, should the player go off? Because if you play with 14 guys, it's a one-sided game
Yeah.
always, so you lose. Maybe there's that opportunity where guys get penalised or after the game they get cited and whatever, because it sort of
Ends it as a
Leaves-
contest.
the spectators, spectators pay a lot of money for
Yeah.
that sort of thing, and you can't have 15 against 14 for
And it's like before the whole tournament, I went and looked at like the pools and I was like, which games would be awesome to watch, and this was one of them.
Yeah.
It was then a disappointment. So
so
You can't blame Nigel Owens. The letter of the law says if you go in with intent, if you lead with the shoulder, and if you strike on the face,
And
and
it's
if you
force.
go in with force, it's a red card.
But did you think there was no, because he was like, you can see no mitigating circumstances. Did you think like Farrell ducking was one?
I think as a referee, you shouldn't open you should make the simple decision If he was like seriously hip high head, if his head was the same height as his hips, I would say yes. But I mean, bending your knees by 15 centimeters, I don't know. Because the guy you would have hit him maybe on the chest instead of on the chin. He's still going in high.
Yeah.
He should be going in on the hips and the belly button. That's the money tackle. That's how you teach kids.
Yeah.
You aim for the belly button. That's what you aim for.
Yeah.
That's how you stop a guy. You fall in them too.
Yeah.
You know?
But like as a South African, still feeling sore from November, I just want to say thank you to Argentina for that.
It's a pity.
That's for that game, Owen Farrell.
Yeah, but it didn't hurt him. He just got up.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay, Springboks at Italy quickly because I see we're on 6 minutes already. So big victory. Also had a red card in it. But I think the uncontested scrums and the red cards sort of cancel each other out.
I think, well, we wouldn't know if it was sort of part of Italy's plan or strategy to have uncontested.
Was it planned to?
I think they expected it to happen at some point in the game, maybe not as early. But if you take away our scrum, then you take away a very big part of our attacking structure.
But it also went because of the pressure we were putting. We don't have to look past that. We still played well to get it.
It worked well in our sense to limit injuries for our forwards back.
Yeah, maybe less pressure. Our props won't be as tired. Our locks from the scrummaging.
It had a good effect.
It's like playing into our hands. But the whole World Cup situation with Japan maybe.
Seems like Colby's fine.
I hope so. That's the news so far.
Okay.
But we all expected a much tighter game, and I think Italy could have scored where they got the penalty on our line, and then that absolutely silly off the ball sort of thing, which
trip tackle.
But they only have the
that was from, I mean, they were in a dominant position there.
Yeah,
it was
they were
unnecessary
looking
for them. I mean, they threw the game. That was it.
Okay, we won by a big way, but it's difficult to take anything from that because of the circumstances.
Silly mistakes. We tried some new stuff, which was nice, but you have to.
There were about 4 clear try-scoring opportunities that we didn't take.
Like
Cheslin's pass to Vili,
Peter Stiff's pass to
Siakulisi's block,
Yeah.
A cross kick that went too far.
Peter Stiff that was like by the trial and popped it for Billy and then didn't go to hand.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, no, a couple of Faf de Klerk passing it straight to an Italian guy.
And into the ref. Was it him?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Faf
So
aimed for the ref.
if you're butchering 4 tries in a game, but in games where New Zealand win by a long way because we measure ourselves against New Zealand, everyone does.
Yeah,
They also make a lot of mistakes and they still score a lot of tries.
Yeah.
Because it's high risk, high reward sort of rugby.
Yeah.
So I don't need, but we have to look at that.
At least we get to try some stuff, even if it's not.
But we do agree that the weather plays a part for all the teams. Because England also and Argentina made a lot of mistakes and had a lot of
Bowden
just
dropping the ball before the line. Was quite funny.
I love that.
And then I just wanted to mention Nick Mallett said that he thinks that Rassie is extremely loyal to his players, and I don't want to make that sort of decision at this stage in the World Cup to decide that I'm going to leave Villeneuve out. But maybe his suggestion was to put Sabu and Corsi in on the right wing, and Cheslin Colby at fullback, and give him opportunity to do whatever he likes. Pop in in the fly-off position, and then on the ring, and in between the centres, wherever he chooses to go. So maybe that's a good idea, but I don't know if Rassie will be brave enough to do that, or to just put Gelant in.
Billy seems to be making quite a lot of mistakes.
He runs across the field and he pushes Mapimpi out towards the...
And it wasn't the only time, he did it a couple of times.
So there's opportunity for a new combination.
So that's a worry.
It's a big worry.
But other than that, it was a big win, and I think we should be very
we should be happy. But it didn't tell us that much about where we are.
Are we going to play?
Red card and when tested.
Are we going to play the Bulls?
Well, huge game coming at the moment. It's on now, Japan, Samoa, and then the very last pool game is Japan, Scotland.
Yes.
The last pool game of all the pool games.
Just watch that like it's a Springbok game.
Exactly.
No,
And
yes.
be huge Japan fans.
Yeah. Yes, I'm going to
Because
change.
we want to play them instead of Ireland. No matter what Ireland does,
Yeah.
we want to play them instead of
I'm
Ireland.
changing my kid's name to Nakamura.
Nakamura.
Or otherwise just Lappies.
Love this. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Cheers.
just the last thing about Herschel. Thanks so much for throwing the ball into.
Oh, there was Herschel. It was Herschel. Yeah, it was Herschel.
Thank you.
Okay. Cheers. Cheers. Brew.
Yeah.